It was the experience of a lifetime, and we experienced it together. A journey following in the footsteps of ancient believers. They left behind a foundation of faith, a foundation that has stood the test of time. We are the living proof.
This was really where the church began. Christianity was birthed in these places that we're visiting. And it's a little cold today, it's a little uncomfortable, and I think that's very appropriate because as we left this morning, we talked about this is Sunday morning, and we can't just drive down the street, and we can't just join another congregation. A lot of the churches in this place, they're underground, they're in houses. It's kind of, the persecution is very real.
Oh, our hearts break to hear of people suffering. Lord, especially these children who are already so broken and now are losing ones that they love. Lord, I just pray that your hedge of protection would surround that school.
When you look at the thousands of years of history that Mel has been sharing with us in her beautiful country, and the brief number of years that were given by God to make a difference, it has really impacted me in terms of the time as a 67-year-old cancer survivor that I have left. What am I going to do with it? To use the gifts that God has given me.
They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has gone down to you. He is filled with fury, because he knows that his time is short.
I mean, the time that we spend here, we enjoy the history of this place, but then just don't forget, there's lots of people. They're unsaved, and they never heard of the gospel that we have.
So if you can imagine these ruins or these buildings, the glory that it had before it was destroyed. And God looks at every life with the same intent to restore it to its former glory.
One thing we need not to do, and that is to avoid going to the Islamic nations. I know I live in California, and you can see a definite line between the people who are of the Islamic faith and the rest of the people, whether they're Christian or not. And I think there is no bridge between. And what I'd like to see is through prayer, bringing a bridge to be able to speak to people who are not like us in many ways. Since I've been in Turkey, I've found the Turkish people extremely friendly, saying hello, everybody talking to us. There's no reason why we have to feel that we have to stick with our own group. We need to spread out like salt.